Yo, you ready for mom, Tiff? Let's go!
Never kept up with the latest, never tried to be the greatest, but let's be honest, yes, we want this, oh.
Hey everybody, this is Monty Mont of Our Favorite Sings podcast. As you know, we usually do our normal intro, but Tiff is not able to make the show today. So my guest, she does not have to sing the intro today. She gets off easy. Normally everybody does, and the thing is, she definitely could sing the intro, y'all. We got a real singer on today, man, and we got a lot to get into. She is, you know how you got friends on social media that you ain't even never met, you ain't never really talked with, but you rock with them and they rock with your stuff. That's my guest today. And I got to make sure I get her actual name right because I'm used to her Instagram handle so much. Miss Alexandria Gray is.
Yes, Alexandria, or you can just say Alex for short. That works too.
Okay, see, we're gonna go with Alex for short. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. Like you said, the whole Instagram, social media thing. Yeah. Not meeting someone in person, but just, crazy how we have this platform. So thank you. I really do appreciate you.
Yes. And it's been a pleasure just kind of watching your progress and things, how you just keep up with people you rock with on social media, but it's so great to have you on the show. Now we're going to get to some other things, but I first just want to start out and let people know. Now you, of course, you teach and you're a vocal coach, but you also are a singer and a very good singer, like a great singer.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys, you got to go through her. She'll give her handles later, but she got a few cuts out there, some vocal things, some of her friends she can do. And she got the range, she got the vocal voice and all of that. So I wanted to say that. And so I really just want to, let's first of all, just talking with you as a singer, who were some of your influences coming up as a young singer when you're first kind of getting your range in your voice?
Okay. So I have to kind of give a background. So I grew up in a Christian home. So we couldn't listen to secular music or anything. Like my mom worked a Lifeway Christian store. Like it was like that type of thing. There was only gospel music in the household for a long time until probably I got to high school. So I grew up on the CeCe Winans, Yolanda Adams, Nicole Mullen, Bam Crawford. I'm talking about that was my influence. Karen Clark Sheard, that's what I had. That was what I knew. And of course, Whitney Houston, but only because Whitney did The Preacher's Wife and it was a gospel, It was like that.
That crossover, yeah. Yeah,
it was a little crossover. So, but that's what I really had to go off for a long time until I got to high school and got exposed to other things. I went to performing arts high school. So, and there I studied classical music. So of course I was introduced to a whole different wide range of musical theater, opera, arias, repertoire, just a broad range of music. So I would really have to say gospel roots. Those were my fundamental artists that I listened to, that's all I knew. So
I want to ask you about that because I was just talking with a young person who's trying to get into a performing arts school out here in Las Vegas. How was that experience for you? So like you said, coming straight out of the church, a lot of us, PK kids, or just church kids, church God in Christ, Baptist, whatever. But then being put into a whole new realm of music and learning and different things you're hearing in your ear.
Yeah. It was eye-opening. I am so grateful for the experience. Luckily, I have parents who, even to this day, I'm grown, and they are my number one cheerleaders. They always supported me and supported the arts. I mean, my sister, and whatever we wanted to do, they really thought enough of us and thought enough of our talents to invest in that. So they started me at voice lessons at a young age. So I kind of had that experience. And when it came to my sister, she attended the performing arts high school for dance. So my parents knew about it. So when it came around for me, it was okay, Alex, I've been singing for a while. They kind of knew I was saying. They haphazardly came across that. And they were okay, well, you're going. So there was not really an option. They were we've invested this money up to this far, let's do this. And so there was like a musical theater side and a classical side. And I always felt like, I sing in church, I sing in a church choir. I didn't feel like I have like a hardcore churchy, like, growl voice, Yeah. And so for me, it was an outlet for me to really learn and start to learn who I was as a singer, who I am as a singer. I am so grateful for the fundamentals and the technique taught, because I went there for free. It didn't cost, and the training I got made it easier for me to go to college for music. And that's what I got my degree in, and just having that training and experience. So I was ahead of the game when it was time to go to college, and do things. So I am so grateful for the experience, because it gave me the fundamentals. So I can, like, what I push to my students is longevity in your voice. And it really gave me that staple. A lot of us, we oversing and we do a lot of different things, but it gave me that fundamentals at a young age. So I had that, and then I could just, be able to go from there. So.
Okay, so then now in terms of with your students and vocal teaching and things like that, again, coming from where we come from, it's devotional service and Lord, we just holler, and that's what we know, and nothing wrong with that. I love a good holler, but it's funny. I remember hearing it was like an audio of Frank Sinatra talking about the art of singing and how to enunciate in this. And I remember thinking, I'm like, what Frank Sinatra know about all that? But it was really in depth. And so what is it like when you have young voices or young people who they have a gift, but really how do you kind of mold and shape them and get the best parts out of their voices?
The first thing I try to pinpoint with the students is what they do best, their strengths. Because a lot of times you come in, okay, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. So I try to find their strengths. Of course, I'm going to give them their fundamentals, like your breathing, your diction, your vocal support, all of those things, but really playing up what they do well. Is their intonation good? Is their breathing strong? Things like that. I really love to get them when they're younger, because it's a lot easier to mold them and to kind of break, habits. I hate to say it, but it's habits of things we've done for so long and we don't know how to do. But when I say I love just being able to pull things out of them where they're like, Miss Alex, I can't sing that note. And I'm like, yes, you can. This is what you need to do here. Do this, do this, do this. And we continue to work at it and see their progression. And then they see like, wow, I was working on this week and it clicked what you said. That's rewarding to me, to see them progress and to see them achieve what things that they want to, do vocally.
I think, anyone that is a teacher in any kind of field, you love to see that progression to where even when everybody says they can remember a great teacher in their life where they pushed them and, got the best out of them, or a coach, if you will. And so, and I can always tell, even when sometimes you give you little updates, with your students and things like that. And, you have a passion, and any teacher I always salute, especially though one with the music side of it as well, because again, I always say sometimes with singers, most singers are born, you do have that gift, but it's just how much are you willing to work to craft it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I think I really love too, when I get students who don't necessarily have that natural gift, because it pushes me to be able to teach and to make them get better. It stretches me. It makes me have to think. I remember I was teaching at a private music school. This was before I started teaching in public school. And I had a student came in. He couldn't match pitch worth anything. And it was like, I was literally giving this student was like, here, do something. And I remember the first day I was just like, wow, Lord, okay, you're going to have, this was a stretch, but little did I know I would be teaching, a few years later and experience stuff like that. And I literally, that was probably the most dedicated student I've ever had. And that's when I say it's really rewarding, because he came in every week. And I practiced scales, every key, every possible, major, minor, anything to like build his ear, because it was really just ear training. And by the time we stopped working together, he was going into his senior year, he could match pitch, he could stay in the key. And that was a milestone for him. It took a lot, but that reward on the end is what made it worthwhile for me.
See, that there is That's hard, y'all. I don't know if you guys are understanding what she's saying. See, like, okay, layman's terms. You ever heard somebody that could sing, but they be starting to get off key? See, that's what you got to see Alex for, because, you know, you could do a little run, but then, okay, fam, now you didn't went from B flat to C and you didn't jump the whole step. Now you know what I mean?
Right.
I knew people like that. And
Yeah.
it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to train your ear. So, you know, I got a few people I might need to send your way.
Send them my way.
Because you know, with my choir, Lord, I know they're gonna see someone gonna see this. I love y'all, but some of y'all need to go, and while y'all in this downtime, maybe talk to Alex and get some friends. Anyway, see, I could talk about the theory and stuff of it all day. I love to do, but I want to keep moving forward. You're doing some amazing things, and so if you guys don't know, there is a Netflix series, and it's called Voices of Fire. And so now me, see, I ain't quick with stuff. So Alex was you're kind of dropping some, you know, some things happening. Check this out, you know. So I did not know you were going to be on the show. I thought you were like doing what you do now, just helping some people that were going to be singing. I had no idea. So even when I started watching, I'm just like, okay, cool. You know, maybe they're going to show her giving a class or something like that. But you were actually in the choir, and y'all, this is so let me very quickly try to sum up this. So basically, Bishop Williams, his name is Ezekiel Williams. He's in Virginia, the Virginia area, and he wanted to kind of put together a great choir, you know, so a lot of voices from all over the place. And he's related to Pharrell Williams, who's from that area, of course, and he got you know your panel together, kind of like your American Idol type thing. I want to make sure I got the names. Miss Peggy Britt,
right?
Harry George, and Patrick Riddick.
Yes.
And you might know Patrick Riddick. You know, I remember I've known of him. We sing a couple of his songs in my church, and he was kind of the choir master. And so this was a big thing, y'all. This is just like when you see them singing competitions, and I mean, people coming in and they doing multiple, you know, auditions for stuff, and they got the cameras there and all that. And so, of course, Miss Alex made the cut, and she made the first wave, made the second wave. She's in it, and it's amazing. And it's a lot of great special stories that they have in this. If you have not, you have to check it out. So let's start from the beginning. Then, what made you, first of all, want to even try out for this project?
Honestly, I was a little like not nervous. I did have some apprehension with trying out, just because, I mean, I've been doing music stuff for a long time. I've done auditions for artists, gospel artists before, made it, you know, I'm talking about like it's 20 of us in the room, and didn't make it beyond that, you know, and so I've done those things for a long time, and, you know, but I was just like, you know, at that point I was younger, and I said, okay, God, it's just not my time. It's something else I need to learn. So I was very apprehensive going into it, and I was like, God, I don't want it to be another such and such experience, you know, where I'm there and I'm like, I feel like it's right here, and that door doesn't open. And so I had been hearing about the auditions for probably about 3 weeks. A lot of my friends was texting me, hey, you know, here, you know, shoot it to me on social media. Hey, are you, you know, you need to do this. And I was like, okay. I literally did my video the last day of submissions, because I was just like, am I about to really do this? I did my video. I remember it was Father's Day. I took my dad out to dinner. It was my birthday weekend too. So like I had, you know, celebrated my whole birthday. And then like, I was like, okay, let me take my dad out. I was like, hey, I need to do this video if I'm going to really do it. And I was tired, and I was just like, okay, let me just do it, knock it out, and send it. And I just did it. And I was like, this is gonna have to be good enough. And it was, so I had a lot of apprehension, because, you know, you're looking at, like, I know that there are thousands and thousands of people that probably submitted videos, and there were, and they have to sift through those. And you know, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's listening, and you never know if somebody's going to be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I want to hear more of her, or, oh, you know, she was okay. But, you know, I mean, there are a lot of heavy hitters, you know, that are sending videos.
What did you sing for your video?
I sang Jesus Loves Me. Yes, Jesus Loves Me. That one.
All right.
Yeah, so I did that. They gave us like a list of different songs we could do. So I did that. I kept it easy. I didn't want something that I had to really think hard about. You know, it was just kind of like, okay, let me do this, and bam. So yeah, I did that. And I sent it, and I didn't hear anything for a while. And I saw, you know, you see on social media, you see people, you know, like posts, they got, you know, information about it. And I'm like, okay, Lord, well, maybe it just wasn't for me. And I had really let it be. I was like, it's okay. And I was at work, and it was the summertime. I was at work, and I was working doing a musical theater camp with some kids, and left, or I got an email on my phone, and you know, said, you know, congratulations, you've made it past, we've got your video, you made it past here, here's your next audition. I'm like, another audition. Like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, so but it was a great experience. It was just, I was very nervous. I will say that I was nervous the entire time. So
Okay, so that was my next question then, because again, you know, okay, guys, if you don't know, again, Alex, we ain't talking about no halfway singer. I mean, she could really sing, but you know, these are different places you're being put in. So you get the email. So then, did you have to go before the panel, like with like?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you see in the auditions, I actually auditioned on the third day. So if you watch the show, like you'll see a little clip of me, but they really didn't highlight like the whole process of like the third day, like they did the first day and the second day. So you just gotta watch it. You gotta watch the show to see. But yeah, so I auditioned the third day, and then when I got there, because I had to go to work then, when I remember I went to work, and I was like, okay, you know, we'll see. I got there, that line was wrapped around the building. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, it was so many people. I was there literally the whole day. I got there like at 9:45, 10 o'clock. I didn't leave till like 4 or 5 o'clock. It was an all day experience, and I sang at the end of the day.
Wow.
So it was a whole day. Yeah, it was a lot.
That's okay. So again, y'all, this is literally like how you see on TV. They are on TV, but I'm just saying, I'm putting you in the mindset. So you go before the people, you obviously sang well. So then what was it like? I mean, for those who haven't seen it, we're not going to just tell you everything about it. But,
yeah, we're not going to tell everything. You got to go watch.
You got to watch. But there's a part where even the people that make it through the judges, Patrick Riddick gets up and says, you know, we still gonna shake the tree a little bit. And so it's like, you know, so, but at this point, there are so many great singers in there. Now, was it for you at all intimidating to, now you know, you feel like you're in there, but still like, it is some great, these are the best of the best.
Yeah.
Was that intimidating?
It was, and I found myself like literally I would call like as soon as I hit the car, you know, because we can't like record, we can't be on the phone like any during that whole process. So like as soon as I hit the car, I would call my mom and be like, Mom, you know, like, and just kind of debrief, because it was just a lot going on. And I was like, you know, I don't know, you know, we really did not know who was gonna make it literally until like the week of the concert. Like, I mean, you know, it was like it is in the show. It was, you just did not know. So you always had to be on your toes. And, you know, she would encourage me, you know, Alex, you know, if this is for you, if this is the door that God is opening for you, then it's going to work out. And I had to reassure myself. And of course you hear all of these singers, and I had to be strategic in my prayer. I said, God, I don't want to miss this opportunity, because I don't want my heart to be in the wrong place, envying anybody that I hear. I know what you've given me, and I know the gift that you put in me is necessary for somebody to see, for somebody to hear in any aspect. So let me not, because you hear these awesome voices. And the one thing I could say, you know, it was a lot that happened in the show, but I could say that, and I would say that any singer that you give a microphone to can sing and stand on their own in their own right. Every singer is different. But what they do it's something special with what they do. And so I had to really realize that, you know, in what you see in the show, the genuineness of everybody is authentic. It's not just a facade. Everybody is legit like that.
See, and I got that from the show. I don't watch a whole lot of like reality competitions like that, but I kept saying, I'm like, man, these really seem like real people. And
yes,
what I did love, just so you guys know, again, they're building a choir, but the Bishop Williams, he says from the outset that he really wants a lot of different type of people in his choir. And so, you know, you see different types of voices making it. And I loved so much you guys' rehearsals. I love where you were just rehearsing in the church, because what you got to see was people with different styles who maybe weren't used to that choir structure. And Show wasn't used to Patrick Riddick. I mean, he driving y'all, you know.
Yeah.
I loved how, you know, because again, there's singing, but then there's gospel singing, you know, which not every, you know, some people had an opera background, some people had country background, you know, just and things like that. And you saw them like, okay, wow, I have never dealt with this before. But I loved that it wasn't just quote unquote church singers. You know what I mean? And that is an aspect that I hope people, when they watch this, really appreciate it. You know, not everybody is going to have all the crazy runs. You know, now trust me, y'all, it's some folks, Lord Jesus, that
it's some heavy hitters.
Yes, and it was, but I really just respected his vision and allowing people to operate in their gifts. So please check that out. So I want to now ask you then, that whole process that you went through, and you know, the trepidation and oh my God, and it's a little nervous and all that though. When you were in there, were you kind of bonding with people that, you know, I mean, of course, y'all don't really know each other that much. I don't think you knew anybody, but were you kind of finding yourself bonding with people like, man, you know, we in this together? What did it become that at some point?
Yeah, for sure. And even beyond when the cameras went off, you know, even now, like after going through that whole experience and everything that comes after that, I don't want to tell people, I just want people to watch it, but you know, everything that comes beyond that, like these are people like you're going places with, you're traveling with, you're doing shows with, you're rooming with. So we have built a bond. Like we talk on a regular basis. Every day we have a group chat that we talk. We FaceTime. We do that because that's how you build the camaraderie. You know, that the time span of the show, it was a short window, and literally the show gives you the time frame of after each thing, how it was a quick turnaround. There was no time to really, we were trying to get a blend, get, you know, in sound, get a chemistry. It was a lot trying to be done. And so, you know, when the camera stopped, I was very grateful. And I'm grateful for the relationships that we've built beyond that. You know, because I have people I can say, I can call them if I need them, you know, and vice versa. We are a family. If we post and we say my VOF family, my Voices of Fire family, that's legit. That's our heart. And it's a beautiful thing because it's not just people who look like me. It's people of other ethnicities who I can say are my sister or my brother. You know I can call them. You know, we may go hang out when we're not COVID. We try to be safe with COVID, but you know, but doing things to support each other. When, you know, somebody post something they're doing musically, we post it, we share, we do those things because we know that, you know, if one is making it, we're all making it somehow. So
man, that is so awesome to hear. I was really hoping that, and it's awesome to hear you say that. And guys, like she just said, if you haven't seen it, you're going to be shocked how fast the turnaround is that they got to do their big performance. It is, I was just like, yo, how are they going to do this? Like, you know, but
we were like, how are we going to do this?
Because I mean, I've actually been in a situation before. I didn't know what I was doing. I went way back, young man. I went to a conference, and you know, you could take all these classes, but one of the things you could do was be in the choir. And they're like, we're going to record a song at the end of this conference. We got a week. I mean, record an album. And so I said, oh, okay, nice. I went to that first rehearsal, and they had 10 songs, and 10 different people came out to teach these songs. I said, no, I ain't gonna be able to make this because I ain't even really sing like that. I don't know how you guys did it, but the sound is just amazing. And you know, like I tell my choir, you know, we'll listen to like Ty Tribbett and them do something, you know, and we'll, you know, struggle to get it. But I'll tell them, I'm like, y'all gotta understand, that choir been singing together for years. So, you know, but you guys got the sound. It made it seem like y'all had been for years singing together, but it wasn't, you know.
It was really not. And it was, you know, I hate to be super spiritual. It must be God's favor because, I mean, we were working hard in those rehearsals to prepare for the concert. I mean, those were like those were some intense rehearsals. I'm talking about 4 or 5 hours rehearsals. And it's like, you get a song, you better pull out your voice recorder, record and get it. And you better go home and sleep, eat, drink it. And, you know, we rehearse on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And it was like that. And you better not miss rehearsal because you're out back, you know, it's legit. You don't know, it's so much that you can miss in one rehearsal. So yeah, it was just, but I was so grateful how it did come together. And, you know, and like you said, it was a quick turnaround. And of course, people can compare and be like, you know, well, you know, this and that, but they don't understand the short amount of time that really went into it, you know? So I'm just grateful that with the time constraints and everything like that, you know, God still covered and everything came together.
So how is it like, you know, I'll see sometimes you'll maybe post on your story where people are like, oh my God, hey, what's it been like the response of this for the people who have seen it? Like, how does that feel? That's gotta be great.
It is, it's kind of crazy to me because I was, you know, well, you'll see, I can't really say about the show, but, you know, I'm in the show, but, you know, there are others who are like, really, you know, you really see a lot more in the show. And so for me, it was kind of weird. I didn't really expect it, to have that same response. You have people from other countries messaging you and you don't know what they're saying. And I'm trying to go to Google Translate and we're in a group chat like, y'all, what does this message say? You know, trying to figure out what somebody's saying, you know, and you want to be, you know, I try to be as genuine as possible, you know. I have a love for people. So I never want somebody to feel like, oh man, she doesn't want to, you know, speak. So I try to, you know, say thank you, but also I don't, you know, just try to keep boundaries up. You know, so I've had, you know, people will FaceTime you or like call you through Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, are you calling me? You know, you have a ton of follows. It's crazy to think that it's like that. And the show has just been out about a week and a half. Yeah. And we've gotten that type of response and like the followers and people tag you and stuff. You know, I am grateful for it. I continue to pray that all of our hearts stay genuine. Nobody, you know, because you have so many people like at you. I don't ever want anything that we do. I know how our hearts are. I never want anything that we're doing to, you know, be taken the wrong way. So I just continue to pray that God continues to allow us to be as humble as we are. And I can say that and it's not be a lie. You know, we really are. We really just kind of like feeling our way through this process together. So, you know, but it's definitely been a whirlwind. So
that is amazing because again, y'all, I'm trying to say these are some really gifted people. And I'm sure, you know, sometimes gifted folks, you know, can be a little, but everybody seems genuine. But yeah, y'all got a little fame now, man. Y'all out here, y'all on the Netflix.
Right, so, we're on the Netflix, you know.
It's a whole new world, but
we are still the same people, so.
Yeah, I love it, especially, I mean, you guys are lifting up Christ. It is so beautiful to watch. And please, if you have not seen it, guys, if you're listening to this, if you listen to our Favorite Things podcast, I mean, I don't know how you haven't seen it yet, but please take them. I just ran right through it. I couldn't stop. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna finish this for the rest of the night. Yeah, it's amazing. So now let me ask you then, just personally, then, so just for your own self, what else would you like to do? I mean, I know you weren't planning on this. Nobody just says, I want to be on a reality show, but you know, what other things do you kind of have on the horizon just for you personally?
Well, you know, before COVID, it was my goal was like really using 2020 to push me. I think this has pushed me in a whole nother way I was not expecting, but to push me musically, to really do some things to put myself out there. I am not one of those, hey, this is what I do type people. I just kind of just fly under the radar. That's how I've always been, but really stepping out of my comfort zone. So this is pushing me to do more, especially with branding and pushing my voice lessons. People know, well, I say people here in Virginia, they, you know, if they've known me for a while, they know I do voice lessons and I do, you know, different things with different people, but really being strategic about what I do and just, you know, pushing myself and branding myself more. I said at some point, maybe in 2021, maybe I'll do some music. I think I know and it's such a long time coming. And I just, you know, you see stuff in other people, you're like, wow, you know, but again, I feel like God has really shown me like what you do is necessary for someone, you know, so why sit on that gift? So that is on the horizon. I can't say when in 2021,
Hey.
but it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
That is so awesome to hear, because I mean, you have an amazing gift and
Thank you.
I mean, a sweet spirit, and so I was just so glad to see these good things happening for you. You definitely deserve it. So please, real quick, just let people know. I mean, obviously, people finding you, but for a few other
They are. They
yeah,
are. They are.
give your plugs where they can find you and stuff.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Lexi. That's Lexxy Monet Monet. Facebook. I'll say Facebook. I'm kind of going to move over to a separate page for Facebook because it's a lot of just requests sitting right now.
Yeah.
But Facebook, Alexandria Gray. And my Twitter is like my school Twitter. So, but you can follow me there. I talk about my kids a lot and stuff that I'm doing with them through virtual learning and virtual instruction. So there it's Muse, MUS _ teacher Gray _ Gray. So you can follow me there if if you're a teacher or something like that. I'm trying to, encourage us through this virtual instruction.
Hey,
So.
And you know what? I got so excited, but very quickly, I've been hearing, I've read just an article how, first of all, shout out to the teachers out there. And a person was just saying, it's a fatigue that's kind of been setting in with some teachers because it's a lot to ask, because some are virtual, some are not. Now they're going to go back and forth and, just trying to stay in touch with kids and reach them and stuff. Real quick, I know I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but how has the teaching experience been for you with this whole COVID pandemic?
It has been interesting. You have to know why you are called to teach. You got to know teaching is a ministry, period. So I tell people that regardless, before all of this, you have to be called to it. You have to be able to be good with kids. You are not in it for a paycheck because the paycheck, it doesn't equate, so you have to really know why you are serving the kids. And I do it because somebody poured into me. So I know I need to pour that back into somebody else because I never know what their future may hold, and something that I say to them can benefit them. So virtual learning and virtual instruction has forced me to keep that in the forefront of my mind. Why I am here. It is I don't want to say a daunting task because I don't even want to put that negativity into it. It is a lot, but every day I have to remind myself there's a reason why I'm here in this season. It is a lot. You're already, the teacher, the mom or the dad, the guidance counselor, the go buy some clothes, for this, to give them some money to go get this, like all this stuff you do for the kids. And now with virtual instruction, you are not physically able to make those connections with them. And so you are stuck behind a screen and you're trying to make it plain for them. I teach high school chorus and I just started teaching high school chorus. This is my first year teaching high school chorus. So I'm coming behind another teacher transition. Luckily, I had taught some of the kids in middle school and all that stuff. So some of the kids are familiar with me or in our after school programs, our after school show choir. So I've had that experience or that hands-on interaction with them. So some of the kids know me, but then some don't, so it's kind of like they're gauging off of the other kids, and so trying to build those relationships, trying to get their buy-in, trying to be engaging, trying to teach them music, and it's just kind of like, I want to give them quality instruction, but, some days you're just like, I just need a breather, so everything that you hear about the mental fatigue, it is mentally draining. But again, if you keep your why in the forefront of your mind, that really does make it better. It's a little weird not doing holiday things. Usually now I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off, preparing for holiday concerts. I'm taking the kids caroling. They're doing this and that. And I'm just not, because we can't. So that's very different, and trying to get the kids motivated, because a lot of times they're dealing with a lot too. They're in their homes. This is a weird time for them emotionally. And a lot of times school is their social outlet. So just trying to be able to be understanding and still keep yourself together mentally. It's a lot. Some days I'm like, whew, but it is what it is. So I know that, God has us, and I'm like, we'll ride this wave for however long and just keep going. So.
Yeah. Well, again, salute to you guys because I
Thank
know
you.
there's a lot. And, you know, you get into a style of teaching, you get your kind
Yeah.
of ways you want to do things, and now this changes it up. But every teacher out there, we love you. We're praying very much for you because you guys are doing
Yes.
an amazing job. Check out Voices of Fire, guys. I can't say it enough.
Please, please, please.
Yes, give them some feedback. It is so uplifting. It is so. There's a lot of junk that we see out there, you know, on TV and things, the internet. But this is something that we definitely needed. I mean, the timing of it couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
check it out. Alex, this will not be the last time you're on the show. You got to come back.
Please, you know, I'm excited. Yay.
I mean, we do so many things. We do our favorite music movies. We do our favorite listening parties. You know, we do all of that stuff. So this will not be the last time for sure.
I'm down for whatever. And I thank you again for the opportunity. You know, like I said, we know each other through social media, but you took a chance and I appreciate it. And thank you. And Tiffany, y'all are awesome, giving, you know, artists and musicians this platform and just highlighting, you know, us. We got to stick together. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, check it out. You know, of course, this is our favorite Sings podcast, and you're on the YouTube channel as well. Be blessed. Okay, Alice, I appreciate you so much, you guys. Stay sharp as always, all right?
This has been a production of the Mighty Sharp Network. Executive producer is Monty Mont. Watch the corners and always stay sharp.